What is up, everybody? You know, I always start this show off by showing love to those companies that help make this podcast possible. First is my friends over at Vito Pro Pack tool bags that work. Guys, everybody knows about Vito now. There's so many different styles and kinds. You can do everything. Hold your install tools, your service tools, your uh, different rigs, your press tool, your gas fit, whatever it is. I see all these different things on social media, people doing different things with these bags. It's mind blowing. It's absolutely amazing. Holding their acetylene, oxyacetylene kits. I have my eyes on, I am using, I don't see it on here. I want this MB5B is the bag that I want to use personally because I'm still out in the field, out and about doing ride alongs training. Got to show people how to do things. I can't be mad if they don't do stuff, so I go out and show them. But guys, anybody out there, stop buying those cheap BS tool bags. If you want something that lasts, go check out the Vito tool bags. They have something for everybody. You want a big bag on wheels, they got it. All the way down to a small bag that's just going to be something you can carry in. It's nice and light. They're going to have all those bags. Okay, you guys said you couldn't hear me. I was getting worried there. So yeah, any of you out there looking, spend some of that summer money that you made, Christmas, whatever it is, go get yourself a new tool bag. Go check out my friends over at Vito Pro Pack. Also, I want to click on this that I don't know if that's not what I meant to do. Damn it, that's not what I meant to do. A lot of people don't know about is their Norwalk line. I use this book bag every single day, the Norwalk 20 liter. Um, I have a duffel bag coming. I have their toiletry case. Um, this stuff it's really, really nice stuff. It's made with the same quality that we know and love Vito to be by. And I absolutely love this book bag. It's what I carry my laptop, my iPad, and all my just stuff that I take back and forth to the office every day. It's going to be actually, it's this one, the Norwalk 20 liter. I didn't get the big one because I thought it was going to be crazy heavy. This one is perfect for me. It's 200 bucks for a decent book bag made out of quality materials. I think it was well worth it. Granted, I didn't pay for it, but you know what I mean. I think it's worth the money. So, with that being said, man, go check out my friends over at Vito. If you don't go to their website, you can also go to TrueTechTools.com. You can buy Vito on there. If you use the discount code uncensored, and you can save 6% on your order. All right. So go check out my friends over at Vito Pro Pack. Remember, tool bags that work. Next is my friends over at Company Cam, guys. And I know people have varied views, but I'll tell you, every company I've ever managed, ran, I have always used Company Cam. I absolutely love it. And I'll tell you about a situation that happened the other day. It's a job that happened when I first came to Carroll. And it's a situation with a customer. And if we didn't have Company Cam and we couldn't go back and have all of the pictures that everybody had taken in a central location. Like, yes, we use Service Titan and Service Titan's amazing. It can have pictures and all that kind of stuff, but not like Company Cam. Um, we were able to go back and all the data was in there, all the pictures, the before and afters. It was just so detailed for us. It made us easy uh, and prepared us as a company to be able to go back and say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, Jesus, I can't talk tonight. This is what happened. This is before, and this is after we did what we did. And it really, we always say CYA, it covered our ass. So, absolutely loved it. I cannot say enough good stuff about Company Cam. Company Cam will be on the podcast soon. I'm just trying to finalize it. But Company Cam is one of those add-ons to whatever field service management tool you're using that I absolutely love. I love Company Cam with a passion. So if anybody ever has any questions, please feel free to hit me up. I'm more than happy to tell you how I utilize them. And I've been utilizing them for several years now, several different companies and several different softwares. So I've used them with House Call Pro. I've used them with Service Titan several times, and it always works. It always correlates. So if you have any questions, let me know. All right. That being said, man, let's get on with the pledge and get on with this show. All right. Oh, go check out my friends over at Company Cam. Don't forget to go to companycam.com/HVAC Uncensored. They will give you a free 14-day trial for just being a part of HVAC Uncensored Nation. And if you like it, they will give you 50% off your first 2 months. You're welcome. All right. Now, on to the show. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless the United States, and thank you to all those men and women who defend it.
Welcome to the #1 rated HVAC podcast. If you're looking to grow in the HVAC industry, then you're in the right spot. Blue collar people talking about blue collar shit. Let's get better together. So turn up the volume, buckle your seatbelt, and let's welcome your host, Gil KV Jr.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the HVAC Uncensored Podcast. I'm your host, Gil KV Jr. Here we are, another Wednesday, another hump day, and another fucking amazing show. Hope everybody had an amazing weekend, had a good time. Let me make sure that that thing stops. Little shout outs to everybody in here. My man Jay, what is up, brother? Mr. Jared, thanks for being here, my man. Mr. Freon Leon, always welcome. What is up, my brother? Mr. Zeke Warner, just talking to him a little bit ago. What is up, Zeke? Mr. Nasty, what up, Nasty? Thank you for being here, buddy. Uh, let's see. Scotty Too Hottie, what's up, buddy? I missed you last week. How you doing, brother? See, did I miss anyone else? If I missed you, I apologize. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, my bad. Now I got pants on. I'm actually still damn near my work uniform. My pants. And I'm not in Crocs. Fuck you. So there. I just shit on all of that stuff you just said. Oh, my clock. Talking about the one over here. I see everybody saying that I'm bodies must accept Crocs. Trying to get everybody all hot and bothered. Nasty, you better stop it, man. Everybody hates Service Titan. Yeah, I'm not a huge. It's definitely not worth the money, to be honest. We were using Service Titan when I came over here, and it works, but I'll be honest, it's expensive for what you get out of it. But I guess I'll be careful what I say. But just surprised there's a lot of things that they don't do for what it cost. One of the things that I loved using um House Call Pro was being able to send estimates to customers through text message. And you can't do that on Service Titan unless you have like some other thing like Marketing Pro or some shit like that. So, let me see this. All right, so I'm live. Everybody can hear me. We're good, right? Good to go. You can hear me. You can see me. Yeah, just like a prostitute, you pay through the teeth. You do, and you do, Zeke. You do need almost a full-time person in the office to run the damn thing behind. Um, There's just so much stuff. And then a lot of the reports you pull, it's, you know, you got to make sure the right data is being put in because if you don't, you're just going to get bullshit reports coming out of it. So Mr. Saturday Night Live, yeah. Saturday night, yeah. Scott, you be getting them lot lizards, huh? I see you, bro. Uh yeah, man. I just bought my. It's my fault. I waited to the last minute to buy my airfare to AHR for Vegas, and fuck, airfare has went up. I just spent like 1,000 bones on my fucking ticket round trip. That's crazy. Are you getting in Sunday and leaving Thursday again, Scott? Like we did last year? I hope so, because that's what I did, and that's what I rented the room for. Mm. Yeah, I agree, Zeke. Shit in, shit out. Well, and it just makes it hard to keep reports. And what I hate, I feel bad for the service techs because a lot of those guys, look at their numbers on the bottom, and a lot of times it's not correct. Yeah, we share a bed. Just sucks. I got to be the little spoon. Are you really driving? Yeah, now I always get a room, man. Scott always does so much stuff for me, man, that I always rent a suite and let him stay with me. It's the least I can do for all the shit he does, to be honest. It's one thing I can say about Scotty Boy. For all the stuff he does for me, he never asks for a fucking thing. And when he does, I don't send it to him. Chris, what's up, brother? Can't wait to see you, bro. I don't know, man, but my beard's getting gray as fuck, dude. I gotta dye this. Damn. I hear you, Jay, man. If it wasn't for the podcast, I wouldn't be able to do it every year either. This year is going to be hard. Um, my son's got to step it up to be able to take care of the fam while I'm gone, and I think he will. Because I really do. After you guys know all the crazy bullshit that's going on in my life, but things are looking up. That's for sure. Um, so I need this little getaway. I need it to just have a break. I need it to jumpstart the podcast again. I need this for many reasons. But um, things in life are looking up. It's a lot of things have fell into place, and some new ones have popped up, so to speak. One of them's watching tonight. Wink, wink. Uh, I don't know how far the Bunny Ranch is from the convention center. Asking for a friend. I bet you are. Are you coming this year, Nasty? I'll be getting in Sunday morning, Chris. I think I get there at like 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, and then leaving Thursday, like Thursday afternoon. I wanted to do a little bit more time, but it's hard enough, like I said, trying to get away. Although proud of my son, even though he wrecked his car. Well, wasn't his fault. His car got totaled, but he just bought a new car. It's a Volkswagen Jetta R line or something like that. Not a big Volkswagen guy, but it's nice. He likes it, so and he bought it himself. No cosigner. Didn't need money from me, so I'm happy. Oh, nice. Why are you leaving Tuesday? Coming a day early and leaving Tuesday? It's 90 minutes away. Scott knows. Are you really driving, Scott? Gotcha. That's cool the wife's coming. Damn phone keeps going off with this damn update. Oh yeah, I guess it's not that bad of a drive from SoCal. No, that makes sense. I wonder since they took Atlanta out if they're eventually gonna I'm surprised they haven't done one in like Texas or like New York or something like Miami or something like well, I guess they do Orlando, so that's why they wouldn't do Miami, but I'm surprised they don't do one like that. Vegas was fun last time. That's where the infamous me and Chris uh the gummy. Yeah, Chris, wasn't it Vegas where the gummy story came from? Yeah, true. New York, the commies. Charlotte would be good. Nah, I don't hope they don't do it. I mean, DC would be cool because well, kind of cool because it's close, but I'd rather travel. Nashville would be cool. They just got to have a big enough convention center to hold it. I think that's the problem. I don't think they're going to do it in Canada. At least I don't think so. But yeah, anyway, looking forward to HR. It's going to be a good time. As always. Yeah, there you go. San Diego. I'm surprised they just haven't done one of those to add a new city. Greenland. Yeah, right. That's funny, Freon. Uh, maybe we'll go to Venezuela. Everybody gets a little oil gift bag. That's funny. Yeah. Definitely don't want to go to New York. Yeah. Fuck that. You dumb fucks can take what you voted for. But anyway, part of the topic, and I'm curious about a bunch of you in here. I know there's several business owners in here, high level management, and also technicians. Um, and I wanted to talk about slow season pricing. And I guess you have to define that by slow season because Maryland, this would be a slower season. But some people, depending on your geographical location, you may not be slow. So it definitely depends on where you are. But here in Maryland, and I am no fucking business extraordinaire by any means. But certain things I want to go over certain things that have worked for me in the past, and I would love to know everybody in the chat's thought on it. You know, and I also think by being open and honest about this, especially with your team, with your technicians, your employees, it starts to bridge that gap because I think a lot of times it's like ownership, management, and then technicians, and there's all these misconceptions that get construed that aren't really the truth. And that's what creates these cancers and these negative outlooks inside of companies that you have to be able to dig through that kind of stuff. Um, okay, well, good. You get no slow season. I wish that I had that. um, man, I'm just thinking my fucking mouth sucks. Ugh, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, but we've been pretty steady, to be honest. But one thing that we do in times like this, like in Maryland, Maryland used to be we had 4 seasons, like true 4 seasons. Um, we'd have winter, I mean fall, winter, spring, summer. Now it's kind of you know, a baby winter, a long fall, um, a really long spring and a small summer. Um, but anyway, like now to stay busy, like, up until Christmas, we were rocking and rolling, and we're still booming. But, we have 3 install teams, and what we'll do with those 3 install teams is if the first install team, if we get that install for our price, I'm fine filling the second 2 at a discount because that first one already paid for our nut. Um, so if I have to offer discounts to fill those other slots, I'm okay with that. People are getting a deal. I'm keeping guys busy. I'm more willing to take on like ductwork jobs and bigger projects this time of year to be able to keep guys busy. But it has to make sense. Obviously, in the residential world, we want to turn and burn. I want to install in and out in a day. Get my 10, 15, 20, $25,000 and be on our way. But sometimes it doesn't work that way this time of year. So I am willing. So that's normally how I do it. Where and sometimes even if all 3 of them are going and I have to, I'm going to cut profit margin down a little bit. Most people want to be at 60, 65, sometimes higher profit margins on a job where we might be down to 45, 50. We're still making money. Um, we're keeping those second teams working. The guys are getting hours. They're happy. I'm not losing good people from when I need them the most. But the customer is also getting a little bit of a discount. How about those oh, yeah, Commanders, no. That's not the right year for that either. Yeah, Scott. Ooh, super secret project works out with videos. Speaking of training, one thing that I'm doing that we're getting for the team is using. I think I said this last week. Um, Craig AC Service Tech's videos, his online course that we're getting it for our team, and that's really good, man. I highly suggest any young guys out there or anybody out there that is trying to learn this trade or wants to really understand the basics and the fundamentals, I highly suggest you go take Craig's course. I think it's like 9.99 a month. Um, and it's like I forget how it's constantly adding hours of material. And then you just got to get the books, but it's really good. Yeah, man, I love Craig. I was just talking to him the other day. Yeah, I think I had 10 courses that we're getting. So it's a little bit of money, but it's well worth it. And especially the way he has it built out where like people have tests they have to take. Like it's good. It does a lot of the stuff for me, so I don't have to build it, but I know these people can be getting the fundamentals of training. So yeah, I'm pumped. Got little certificates they can get. Shout out to my buddy Cannon that's watching. Yeah, Craig's gonna be coming on the podcast probably in the next. Mm. I think we're gonna try to get. I don't know if me and him are gonna go. I think he might come on right after AHR. We were gonna do it in the next few weeks, but I think we're now gonna do it right after. There you go. Get your shout outs. Jay shouting out to his buddy Artie, 155 Mac Daddy. There you go. I'm glad he's enjoying it. That's funny. You will like it, Jay, man. I've been selling the shit out of Daikin, man. I've been and as much as I used to be like more of like a carrier, a Lennox guy, uh yeah, well really it's the Daikin Fit, but it's the Goodman version we've been getting such a good deal on. And we've been selling this fucking thing like hotcakes. And it's a badass system for the price. So I had some electrical engineer that I had to talk to today. He bought a base carrier dual fuel system in like 2020 and the shit didn't work. Had a bunch of issues, airflow issues, not enough return. Um the way the supply came up, air was bouncing off causing head pressure to rise. He went through like two compressors, they replaced two outdoor units, two indoor coils, like all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to go in and turn the system horizontal, do a bunch of stuff, but I'm going to be putting back in the Goodman system. Yeah, well that's pretty much what we sell. We sell Carrier and Daikin. Daikin Goodman, in that line. Um it doesn't really matter to me. It's whatever the customer wants, but bang for their buck, like you can't beat those side discharge units, the Daikin Fit style. And especially in Maryland, I think I said this before. Zeke, I don't know if you're using these, man. The electrification rebates where it's up to like $7,000. We're actually owed like $250,000, $200,000 in rebates. Uh, what's going on with my phone? Oh, really? Well, yeah, I'll have to look at the rebates, but yeah, we've been getting some. They add up. It's adds up to like $7,000. Like a system could be like $17,000, and these customers are getting it for 10. So we've been using the hell out of the rebates. I just don't know how long it's gonna last. So pretty much. So yes, pretty much we're fronting that money, and we wait to get it back. And it sucked in the front end, but now we're starting to get all those checks back. And as long as we do everything that we're supposed to do and it gets approved, then we know it's coming. So but yeah, you do end up fronting it, Chris. Like I said, we still have like we just got a big hunk of them in, but we probably still have like $250,000 in rebates outstanding. We've been using them like crazy, and we've been beating a lot of people because of those rebates. It's like they're not using them. Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna use them as long as we possibly can. And we only use them when we have to. Like if my comfort guys go in, or we have a sale where we don't need it, then we don't use it, and the customer doesn't bring it up. But it's there if we need it. I tell people like, we get a lot of oil to electric conversions. People getting sick of having to deal with the oil companies. So I always tell people when they're going from oil to straight electric to go some sort of inverter technology. I've said this a million times on here. Because normally I tell those people they won't be happy if they go to some base single stage heat pump. So um I'll only do it if they go with some type of an inverter. I normally do the Carrier Infinity inverters with those. But I've been doing the Goodman one as well because that inverter is a good system. And like I said, we buy that Goodman inverter in a bundle, and especially when I was still able to sell the 410 ones, like we were getting those dirt cheap. Even the R32 stuff now is still the price for it is amazing. The bundle that I said comes with everything. So, your indoor, your outdoor, um, the pad, the Daikin 1 thermostat, the whip, the disconnect with built-in surge protector, like all of that stuff's in there. You really can't beat that bundle. And that's through Daikin manufacturing. So if any of you have a Daikin manufacturing, I would look into those. Um, we actually our local branch, our local Daikin won an award for selling the most of those systems because of us. We yeah, we bought a shit ton of them. We got a couple of them being delivered like every day, every other day. Over on the best coast, yeah, okay. California may look good. That's it. The best coast. The East Coast is the OGs, okay? Are you saying that as a question, Jay? Yeah, they definitely do. They were all Goodman, and then they changed them over to Daikin. Jared, I want to say yes. Don't quote me on that, but I'm almost positive that you can. That Daikin 1 thermostat's pretty fucking slick. Are you serious, Nasty? Is that what you put in, Nordine? I've never personally been a huge fan of them, but hey, I don't knock anything, man. If it's working for you, more power to you. I know yours was a question, Jared. I was talking about Jason. All right, Chris. See you, brother. Thank you for hopping in, bud. Okay, I figured I didn't want to shit on you until I knew that. I was gonna say, I hope you're not the Nordine contractor. That's one brand that I think is absolute dog shit. I wouldn't put Nordine in my doghouse. Yeah, I Nordine is one that I don't know. I remember going out to one time and some guy was like, "Yeah, I got this Nordine high-end inverter." And I was like, "That's an oxymoron." You can't say high-end and Nordine in the same concept. Yeah, I think Maytag's dog shit too, to be honest with you. Maybe that's that little white speck on the top, but yeah, I can't do Nordine. The air temp stuff, that's all bullshit. Microchannel is just fucking all sucks. It's fucking cheap. No, yeah, but I think there's other things you can give them for that price. I agree. So for the audio listeners, Freon Leon says sometimes you got to give the customer what they can afford, which that is a 100% authentic, true statement. I believe that wholeheartedly. But I think there's a better product for that price range that you can give them. I would rather give them a Goodman system over a Nordine any day, all day, every day, twice on Sunday. Um, yeah, nah. That's the only thing to be left when the coil rots out. Do you install out of the Run True, Zeke? You're gonna put refrigeration units in your house? Trying to sit there and get blue balls, huh? I know they do refrigeration. They don't make AC units, do they? You just fucking around again, nasty, huh? Dude, credit checks, dude. 95% of them fucking Americans credit sucks balls. That's why they get denied. Denied. Even these like second chance credit places we use won't touch some of these customers with a fucking 10-foot pole. Yeah, no, I get that. When I was at Beltway, we were having issues with some of the Goodman, but a lot of the Goodman stuff that it was um the two stage, the 16 seer two stage systems, the ones that don't have a contactor outside. We had a shit ton of problems with those. We don't put in any of those here. Like I said, we've been doing a bunch of those side discharge units, Zeke. I'll have to talk to you about them because you get the bundle and it's dirt cheap. I mean, like dirt cheap. And they're really, really good systems. And we've been outbidding people with those left and right. Like I said, I put one of my good friend Linda, she's like my sister, in her house, and she absolutely loves it. 30-year loan on a 1991 Chevy Caprice. Oh, yeah. The ones we put in are all EEVs, so what do you mean Jay's from the East Coast? Just because he's living in Texas and all that kind of stuff? Um, or no. Are you now I forget. Are you from California, Jay? And then lived out the East Coast? I have good credit. Fuck all that. Well, yeah, and Goodman sells a shit ton of their builder's grade stuff, in bulk to those builders. We always see all these new complexes, these new houses develop, new housing developments being built, and it'll be all Goodman systems. Ah, so that's what it was. You grew up in San Diego and then you went out east, right? Yeah, okay, okay, yeah. I don't know why I thought it was Buffalo, California, then Austin, and that's why I thought about it for a second. I was like, "Oh shit, I think it was California first." Like I said, man, I'm rooting for Buffalo in the playoffs, bro. So I even put some money on them on that west side. West side. Come on, Scott. I gotta see you do like the crit walk. Come on. New Jersey Jets and Giants. Ugh. I don't know if I believe that, Jared, because I have a couple of friends who are managers of Goodman branches, and I don't know. I don't know how true that is. What are you saying? Don't ask for it. Oh, the crit walk? Yeah, I'm trying to see it. What's up, man? I want to see you bend those big ass fingers. The award was termination papers. Yeah, because I mean, any business is in business to make money. You know what I mean? These big wigs are multi-millionaires. So, it, so maybe profit margins are low and they're going on. So I can't imagine they give awards on losing money. Like that just, you know what I mean? Like that's nobody can be in business and do that. Daikin wouldn't have bought them. I mean, I get these big people, they want to buy debt and all that kind of stuff, but that just doesn't. I don't know. I'm not some business guru, but what I do know about business that just doesn't make sense. So it just seems like low profit, high margins, like high numbers, like, volume. That's how they're making their money on volume. But hey, then again, I don't know. But I do have a friend who was, or a friend of a friend who was managed a Goodman store. He still does. Um, I'd be curious to ask him, but I just can't imagine that. Man. I know this year, this time of year, I'm more willing to, like we finally bought a duct cleaning machine. Like I'll do duct cleaning and stuff like that this time of year, but um try to do little things to fill the schedule to keep things in. So, long story short, I'll do things at a little less. What about slow pricing? Yeah, exactly. See, we haven't even talked about any of that. Um, I got some text messages coming through. Um, yeah, so when I say for slow pricing is when I would obviously when it's busy and it's hot outside, you know, try to get your top, you know, you get your number. That's when you pick and choose your customer. So you're going to be, the calls that come in, you're going to try to take the most valuable calls. Like for us, now you're trying to fill the board, keep people busy. Whereas when it's 100 degrees outside and people call in, you want to try to filter through those. You're trying to get as much information as possible. Oh, 20-year-old system? Yeah, we'll be out today. Oh, it's 2 years old and somebody else put it in? Yeah, we can see you Monday. Like that kind of stuff. This time of year, like I said before, is be willing to cut your profit margins down. And I hate to say this, in some areas during the slower times, it's not necessarily about making money, it's about not losing money. Um, unless you want to be one of those companies that you're laying people off, um, you know, guys aren't working every day, and then you got to worry about keeping good people, and then right before the busy season comes, you're trying to hire people and you're hiring shitty people. Like I don't want to do that. So in order to I know that we have an amazing team. In order to keep them together, when we have these little slow spurts, I'm willing to drop profit margins down a little bit to where, yeah, we're not making crazy money. We're not losing money by any means. But we're keeping our guys busy. They're getting hours, customers getting the good deal. They're happy. And we still have the show rolling. I try to only do that for one. If that first install team gets it for what we sell it for, the other ones, I'm okay doing that discount. And normally that's how it works out. If I have to discount all three of them, I will. If that means that our guys work that day. Um, so and plus for us, our install guys all make flat rate. So, you know, it benefits them to get in and get out. So it's not like, oh, it's gonna take them 16 hours. It doesn't matter. The pay's um already like, uh put into the equation. It's already in there. Yeah, Z, duck cleaning is not going to be some big breadwinner. It's really to complement your customers and, to have some of the younger guys something to do. What you blow in? Do you guys do that, Leon? You guys. Do you guys do blow-in insulation? I've heard people say that. We haven't got into that. As we expand in the business, um, whether we do like plumbing or something like that. But I've heard other people talk about blow-in insulation. I've never done that one though. Have a good night, brother. I appreciate you, dog. Shut up, Scott. Well, that's cool. I thought you were in commercial now, and that was profitable for you guys when you did resi. I don't necessarily want to do encapsulation of crawl spaces. Um, Damn, it's almost 10 o'clock already. Jesus, I feel like I didn't talk about shit tonight, and an hour went by fast. Got me talking about dumb shit. My apologies, fellas. Do they really? How much training do you have to do? Like, material costs can't be that high. How bad was like training people to do it right, so you don't have a bunch of like callbacks and shit? The encapsulation thing would be good for Zeke over on that side of the bridge. It's fucking crawl spaces galore over on his side. Thank God we don't have as many over here on my side. Go ahead, grab some dinner, brother. I'm going to go ahead and close this out, fellas. I'm sorry. Tonight we were all over the place. Didn't even really talk about the topic. That's my fault. That's one thing that's hard when I'm talking to you guys and don't have a guest is I'm looking at your comments and, it is what it is. As long as we had a good time, the audio listeners will understand. But I'm going to start closing this out, man. Hope you guys had fun tonight. I appreciate it. Um, I always thank all you guys for being here. As always, man, I appreciate you guys knowing that you show up every Wednesday. So I do appreciate the fuck out of you guys. You know that. Um, with that being said, man, make sure you follow the podcast and all the social media sites. Make sure you give it a like, a follow. Where if you download the podcast, wherever you get it, make sure you give it a 5-star review. That would mean the world to me if you haven't. If you could do so, that would be awesome. Nice. Depends on if you're doing sumps, doing flooding, dehumidifiers. They're small codes, like 3 inch for termites inspection. Huh. I might have to look into that. Brianna, I appreciate you saying that, brother. I might look into that. Um, but yeah, man, close this out. All right. All right. Guys, remember to keep your head on a swivel. Whatever it is, man, I want each and every one of you to make it home the same way that you left. All right. Whether it's you're driving, putting up a ladder, checking a disconnect, whatever it is, man, just be careful, double check it, pay attention to your surroundings, check the breaker, all those kind of things. All right. Please, please be careful. Once again, I want each and every one of you to make it home the same way that you left. All right. Do the little things, set yourself apart from the next guy or girl. All right. Keep trying to be the best version of you. All right. Give a shit about other people. All right. Give back, spread positivity. All right. If you're good at what you do, spread your knowledge to the next guy. No matter how much you know more than the next guy. Try to help them. That's how we make this trade. We uplift this trade by giving back to each other, learning from each other. Okay. That's why I always say, let's be better together. All right. Keep giving back, care about other people, and keep being the best version of you. With that being said, man, I love each and every one of you guys. I appreciate you guys so very much. And until next week, I'll talk with you mofos later. All right. Peace.
Thanks for listening to the HVAC Uncensored Podcast. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram, or email us anytime at hvacuncensored@gmail.com. Now, get back to work. Shut this down. The views and opinions shared on the HVAC Uncensored Podcast may not necessarily be the views and opinions of our sponsors or guests.
See ya, bitches!